Future State, this new event that DC announced for January and February of 2021. It's going to be a line-wide event. If you guys don't know what a line-wide event means, it's pretty much just across the whole DC Comics line of comics, alright? So, Batman, Superman, like Bendis' Superman, James Tynion's Batman, Justice League, all these books are taking a pause for 2 months for this big event to just come in and give us all these books, alright? Like, there's a Batman, the next Batman comic was about Lucius Fox being Batman, there's a Superboy becoming Superman, and there's so many different changes, and the whole point of this is so we can have a new creative direction, get more creative teams on board, and pretty much pursue some interesting choices for the main heroes of DC Comics, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, which Suicide Squad ain't no heroes, like, they're more like anti-heroes, but still, it's an interesting idea, but I'm going to break it down all for you guys in this video, right? Every single comic book that they announced, there's a lot of them, so it's going to be a kind of long video for you guys, but there's all these different comic books, and it's kind of split up into 3 parts. It's like the Bat family, the Superman family, and then the Justice League, alright? But guys, let me tell you what this event is first, alright? But before we get into more smaller details, alright? So, you guys are ready, let's dive into Future State. Now, first off, we got this pretty much widespread, or pretty much double page spread, image that shows all these heroes. We see Superboy as Superman, we see this Wonder Woman that looks different, she's a new hero, we see actually the real Wonder Woman, then we see this new Batman, who as we know is Lucius Fox. In the background we see Aqualad as Aquaman, we see Grifter, which you don't know who Grifter is, he's pretty much a part of like Stormwatch and the Wild Storm comics. He's actually a really cool character. We got Zatanna, we got Swamp Thing, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and in the back we got Red X. Now, you don't know who Red X is. Let me tell you real quick. So, Red X, guys. Red X is, if you don't remember from Teen Titans, the anime show from like the early 2000s, he's a really cool character. In that show, pretty much Robin became Red X, and it was a whole episode and stuff, and it had some ties to like Deathstroke. He has a great design, but no writer really used him that much. I think maybe one writer used him in comics, but he hasn't been used a lot, and to see his face on this like widespread cover art, right, that was like the big image that DC released. There's all these different covers, but this is the big one to push it, right, and the one that everybody's posting, right, but it looks really cool. He's right in the middle, he's easy to miss. When I first saw this, I was like, okay, cool, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, okay, we got Swamp Thing, Red X, that was my reaction. I was like, wait, hold on, what? Like, that caught me off guard. Alright, because I saw it the second time. The first time, if you guys don't know, I was posting it to like the community tab on this YouTube channel, my Instagram, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I didn't even see Red X. Then later on, I saw it, I was like, oh, that's Red X. Wait. I kind of looked for a second, I was like, is that? Yeah, that's actually Red X. Now, we don't know how he's going to get involved into this event, just that he's on this cover, but I'd be so down for a one-shot comic about Red X. Like, that'd be so dope, alright? So, DC Future State, pretty much their announcement reads, DC Future State gives fans a look at the future of the DC Universe this January. An all-star lineup of writers and artists to introduce future DC superheroes and terrifying new supervillains in this 2-month line-wide event. Fans to discover a new status quo for their favorite superheroes and supervillains. Now, guys, what this one person says is one of the editors at DC. He says DC is starting 2021 off with like a bang, giving fans a glimpse into futures both near and far, full of current and new characters as the publisher announced plans today for DC Future State, a 2-month line-wide event beginning in January through February 2021. The full title lineup will feature a combination of monthly and twice-monthly oversized anthologies, as well as a monthly schedule of miniseries and one-shots. DC Future State spotlights the world's greatest superheroes in fresh, new roles, with all new characters taking up their iconic mantles. DC Future State features an incredible array of creative talent, combining award-winning writers and artists with new voices from the worlds of TV, movies, and animation. In March 2021, the regular DC title lineup resumes, continuing existing storylines for 2020 and introducing new arcs for the year. Now, pause. So guys, if you're wondering, okay, so this whole thing is getting new status quo, we can see these different versions, but don't worry, everything will resume to what we like even if this is like a total fail, like a total bomb, at least we know we'll go back to what we're reading right now in March, right? So it's not like, oh, this is 5G. I know everybody was getting kind of scared when DC was starting talking about 5G, how it's going to reinvent everything. I still feel like this is 5G in a way, but more temporary, alright? So you know, 5G is supposed to be the new, like, kind of reboot, where this is just an event, that's it. Once it's done, it's done. Unless it's just, like, super successful, and all the fans are like, hey, give us back that Lucius Fox Batman, give us these different Elseworlds. Then there'll be more comics made out of it, right? But there'll still be our main Batman title, the main Superman title, the main Flash title, these main titles that we always follow, which I like. That's a good clarification, right? Because I don't want people in the comment section saying, oh, well, that's okay, so they're just changing everything up, they're rebooting. No, this isn't a reboot, alright? Now, let's go into the synopsis of this whole series, this whole event. In DC Future State, the multiverse has been saved from the brink of destruction, from the triumph of DC's heroes has shaken loose the very fabric of time and space. The final chapter, Dark Knight's Death Metal, brings new light to the DC multiverse, kicking off this new glimpse into the unwritten worlds of DC's future. Now, guys, that's pretty much the synopsis, but going into our first part of this whole event, split up into 3 parts: the Bat Family, Superman Family, and Justice League. But we're going to start out with the Bat Family. Now, what we got is Bat Family. In this future, Gotham City is controlled by the Magistrate. This villainous regime has control of the city, now under constant surveillance. All mass vigilantes have been outlawed, and Batman has been killed. But, led by an all-new Batman, new assembly of Gotham's Guardians rise to give hope to all of those who lost it. Now, the oversized comics that come with this is Future State, The Next Batman, number 1 through 4. And this will be actually written by John Ridley. Now guys, you don't remember, I actually did a video on John Ridley's story about Lucius Fox and pretty much Luke Fox, the Joker War tie-in in Joker Warzone, right? And this looks like a continuation, because actually, I forgot to mention something. DC has announced that pretty much Detective Comics in 1027, Joker Warzone, and Detective Comics in 1030, and then Batman 101 are actually some good, like, prelude issues for this whole event. And obviously, Generation Shatter, which is coming out in January, right? That whole thing with, like, Batman, Commodity. And guys, if you don't know, I actually did videos on the Lucius Fox story, which I just mentioned, but also the Detective Comics 1027 story, which is Generations Fractured, right? We saw Batman get approached by Commodity and go into the future, right? So, pay attention to those reviews. I already got 2 up, but when Batman 101 and Detective Comics 1030 get released, I'll do reviews for you guys, and we'll see how this ties into this whole event. But guys, continuing the oversized issues, we have Future State Dark Detective, number 1 through 4. And what we see here is basically Batman, he's not dead, guys. He ain't dead at all. But now he's running around as another Batman. So we have Lucius Fox Batman and Batman the Next Batman, and now in Future State Dark Detective, we have Bruce Wayne, alright? So that's pretty interesting. Now, for monthly miniseries, we got Future State Batman Superman, so it's gonna be a Batman Superman book. Now, we also got Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Nightwing, Robin Eternal, which Robin Eternal will be Tim Drake, alright? I heard a lot of people saying, hey, where's Tim Drake at? Did they kill him off? No, he's still alive, guys. Now we go to the second part of this event, which is Superman Family, alright? So, it says, due to his involvement in an international crisis happening in the near future, Clark Kent has been rejected by Earth, causing him to focus his life-saving efforts outside his adopted home. He travels to Warworld to rise through the ranks of gladiator combat in order to defeat Mongol with the help of some unlikely heroes. Back in Metropolis, Clark's son, John, is taking on the mantle of Superman. After seeing the horrors that befell Gotham, he bottles Metropolis in order to keep it safe, putting him at odds with Supergirl. And guys, Supergirl, she's actually Superwoman in this. Continuing, connecting the 2 oversized Future State Superman titles, Shiloh Norman, the man known as Mr. Miracle, finds himself caught between the city he grew up in and the battle-torn planet that could be his downfall. Meanwhile, in the Amazon rainforest, Yara Flor is chosen to be the new Wonder Woman. Years later, the new Superman and Wonder Woman join forces to save their cities in a new superhero team-up, the likes of which the world's never seen. Now, I think this is actually pretty interesting, alright? Because one, I really like the idea of Superboy becoming Superman. That's just really dope. I like that. Now, wondering how Superman got rejected by Earth. And it's cool he's going against Mongol, but I hope it's not just simply, oh, he failed to save these people and that's it. Like, come on. And not every hero is going to just save everyone, guys. Like, that's just true, right? Superman can't save everyone, so if he maybe messes up and some people die, I don't think he should get rejected from Earth. I hope it's not like a stupid thing like that. I hope it's actually a really good reason and some interesting stuff that when he leaves, Superboy has to fill in the shoes. It could be it has potential to be a great story. I just hope they don't screw it up. Now, to see Shiloh Norman, Mr. Miracle in this, That is cool, alright? I'm actually pretty excited for that. And actually a new Wonder Woman, which the name is a little hard to say, but I'm still excited to see what they do with this Wonder Woman. And obviously Superboy will be teaming up with this Wonder Woman in a one-shot, which I'll definitely be covering on this channel. Now, continuing, we then go to what oversized comics are included in this collection. We got Future State Superman Metropolis number 1 through 2. We got Future State Superman Worlds of War number 1 through 4. Future State Immortal Wonder Woman number 1 through 2. And for the monthly miniseries and one-shots, we got House of L's, Kara Zor-El, Superwoman. Yep, I told you guys, Kara is coming Superwoman. We got Legion of Superheroes, Superman Wonder Woman, Superman vs. Imperious Lex, which looks like Lex would be actually a pretty big villain. And then we also got just Wonder Woman, guys, by Joelle Jones. Which Joelle Jones, I hope she does the art on this too, because her artwork is amazing, and it would fit pretty well with the Wonder Woman book. Now, going to the final part of this event, Justice League Family. And what it says, a thread of great change runs through the Justice League heroes. A new league is built upon secret identities, but an old and evolved enemy will use these secrets to try and overthrow the world. For the supernatural heroes of Justice League Dark, the very fabric of reality has shifted, and heroes are being hunted. For Flash, Shazam, and the Teen Titans, it all begins when the four riders of the Apocalypse unleash hell in a battle at Teen Titans Academy. Barry Allen is cut off by the Speed Force. A famine-controlled Wally West may be beyond saving. Billy Batson makes a deal with the devil that'll change Shazam forever. Off-world, Jon Stewart and the remaining Green Lanterns are stranded in the shadow of a dead power battery. Jackson Hyde and Andy Curry are separated across the galaxy. Amanda Waller executes her ultimate plan with a new but terrifyingly familiar Suicide Squad on Earth 3. At the end of time, Swamp Thing reveals its true intention, ruling supreme until a remnant of humanity launches a rebellion, and Black Adam looks to the past. It's the only way to save the future of the multiverse. Now, coming with this, guys, we got Future State Justice League number 1 through 2, we got Green Lantern number 1 through 2, Suicide Squad number 1 through 2, Aquaman, The Flash, Teen Titans, Shazam, and Swamp Thing. Now, I'll just say one thing, guys, that's pretty much it. Those are all the comics coming out. But we got main series, we got monthly one-shots, we got the main series like the Batman one, Superman, and the Justice League one, guys. But I'm kind of excited for this. But I have some problems, alright, which I'll go into right now. For me, I think this is a little too much, alright? Now, hear me out. Don't be like, oh, it's too much. We're DC Comics fans. We like all this stuff. I get that. Now, if it was just all these comics with maybe just 20 pages each comic, I'd be fine with that, because that's 20 pages. I'm fine with the 20-page comic where there's so many of them. That means a lot of content, but I can check out different comics, right? But something I haven't mentioned yet is actually some of these comics, I think a lot of them, most of them, are going to be 64 pages long. Yeah, you heard me correctly. 64 pages long. So like the Batman, the next Batman comic, which is a 4-issue series, so 64 pages each. And add to the fact, each comic is $8, guys. $8. Now think about that. Comics are rising in price, obviously, today, right? Which I'm fine, okay, support the comic industry. I'm always telling you guys that. Support the comic industry. And I'll actually make reviews on all these issues so I can tell you which ones to go buy. But with these comics, $8 a piece, you have all this stuff, will every DC fan be able to afford that, right? I don't think so. And it's cool by DC to try to, okay, what do our fans want? I get that. And try to get all these creative teams to try and make money, that's good. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with DC Comics trying to make money and stuff. But will this actually go well, or will it backfire? And maybe some of these series will do well. Like I think the Batman, the next Batman one will do great. Lucius Fox's Batman, the cover looks amazing. Guys, you got Mariko Tamaki as the artist. Like, well, no, not Mariko Tamaki. You got Dan Mora as the artist. Mariko Tamaki is a writer. But Dan Mora as the artist, and her art is amazing, guys. I love her artwork. It looks really good. And the covers for pretty much the next Batman issues, issue number 1 and 2, they look phenomenal, guys. And it looks like it deserves that price tag of $8. Now I can see that happening. The Justice League one looks very promising. Different ones like Wonder Woman, Superman, those look promising. But say maybe the Swamp Thing one, or maybe Teen Titans, or maybe the Flash one, and certain other ones like maybe Shazam, or even Harley Quinn, that just feel like they're put in there. Yes, if you like to complete your whole trade, complete this event, get every single comic, that's good. But I feel like some of these will get more attention than others, and maybe these other comics, maybe there's some good ideas here. Like maybe the Swamp Thing one is very interesting. An awesome comic book. May I review it in, I don't know, a couple months or so, and I tell you guys, go check it out. but maybe doesn't get as much sales, and DC just says, alright, that's that idea by this new creative team, we should go forward with it. Which I don't think is because the writing or the art, maybe it's top notch, maybe it's a masterpiece issue. But the fact that every comic is like $8 and 64 pages and it's so much, not everybody can afford that, so some people just be like, I'll just put the Swamp Thing to the side, put the Flash to the side, I'll get my big ones. Get Batman, Justice League, and Superman, right? Those are the big ones. The other ones are just to the side. For me, I'm going to at least try to get digital, right? Because I like going to comic store, I like supporting like local comic shops, so I'll still support and stuff. But I don't know if I'll be able to get every single, like, one in, like, paperback, alright? Because that'll be a lot. So I'll be reviewing everything, guys. Stay tuned so I can at least let you know which ones to really get, right? Because I don't want you spending your money and it's not really a great issue, right? When you can just come on here, I'll explain the issue to you guys, and if you really like it, go pick it up. Support the comic industry. But if you don't, save that $8, save your time for an even better Futures State comic, alright? Because there's so many options. So it's really like a double-edged sword. It's like, okay, that's awesome, so many options, so much content, but on the other hand, is this too much, alright? And coming right off of Endless Winter and Death Metal, it's one thing if DC hasn't done an event in like a couple of years. No. They've been racking up the events. We have Batman 3 Jokers, we had Joker War, which just ended a little while ago. We have an Endless Winter, which is like an 11-part thing, which is coming in December, which I thought that was a lot, which I think that's still fine enough, but I was like, dang, that's a lot of comics to cover, but now we got this coming right off of it. That's a lot, guys. I think after this, DC should take like a break on like big events. Just tell good stories, good story arcs, and don't keep it simple, but try not to make these earth-shattering events, alright? Now, some people may say, what about DC's Dead Planet? Isn't that like an event? No, that's different. I think it is an event in the way that it's an Elseworld, it's really cool, a lot of people are talking about it, and I think DC should make more comics about like that, where they're Elseworlds, they're very creative in the future, rather than doing these big sprawling events, alright? But yeah guys, I'm so excited for this, I'll be reviewing everything, and I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Which one are you most excited for, right? For me, it's the Justice League, the Batman, and actually the Green Lantern one. Green Lantern looks cool. I'm a big fan of Green Lantern, and I want to eventually cover Green Lantern on this channel, but with all this content coming out, I'm not going to find time for it, right? I'm still keeping Mark Waid Flash and Nightfall on this channel, but I'm not going to add any other older comics yet, alright? So I don't want to promise something to you guys and not give it to you guys. I want to keep up to date. But yeah guys, like to give a big thumbs up on the show, make sure to subscribe to my next Future State video, which guys, that'll be for a little bit. Probably January, obviously, but it'll just be non-stop. Each week, you probably guys see like 3 videos on Future State. So get excited, and yeah, I'll bring them to you guys, alright? But yeah guys, thanks for watching, and peace out.